一人おらぬ。叫べども恨めども誰も答えぬ。我が身一人。
From more than humble beginnings, dominion of one, a sterile approach to an eclipse of their sun, raised upright, dressed till I was vocal, and then I was adopted by my estranged UncleSocial. An odd sort of fella, but a chivalrous chap, wore a Sunday suit, spats, and his worst fucking hat. Everyone loved him, his stories, his songs. He could paint Venus with words, rouse weak men to strong. I couldn't stand the prick, never trusted his face, wouldn't walk past his shadow, its presence left bad taste. But the soul of sociality and the life of the crowd had an innate ability to make all laugh out loud. Enigmatic like Einstein, as fastidious as Freud, introduced music to Mozart, taught isolation to void, always voted on time, acquiesced with the state, forged by the flame of economy under intense heat from fate. Alas, my manhood had came, a twitchy ride on the train, and I found no common ground in my uncle's good game. Sailed bow round my gut, couldn't work out the cut. By the time I was dead I didn't give a second's fuck. I was glad for it, mind, not to smite strife, but to scorn him, rebellion against normal life. Everything plunders on as normal, until that unavoidable, inevitable day, where only caskets will weep and leave gravestones to pray. An outstanding Homo sapien by every account, a great chasm he has left, a greater grief to surmount. But every soul has a penultimate calling, where the crafter meets their clay. When we finally arrive at the last chapter of fate's famous play, I'm staring on from further along down the track. I should have went well after him, but I got stabbed in the back. UncleSocial, that gizzard, arrives front of the queue. No one none the wiser of what St. Peter would do. We're expecting praise, adulation, ceremony, song for his immaculate life, a legacy to dream on. The following is but a fraction of what he did say, as his sentence took the best part of a rapture and a day. You a racist, isolationist, and a capitalist too. You made your lovers ingest large quantities of poo. You sold insurance to paupers, houses to banks. You put adverts in paper cups selling PPI to tramps. Several times, in fact, you saw a man with nothing but his begging can. You scorned and chided him for being poor. You called him lazy, a social refugee from the economic war. You watched too much TV, gorged on far too much food. In the presence of strangers, you were vulgar and rude. You've been seeing nonsense kids, soliciting whores. We found baby toenails in your bedside drawers. You gang raped a Sikh and bought weapons to sell. There's only one place for you, son. Costa del El. With that proclamation of all his vile altercations, his true colours now seen, he'd subscribed to the scheme. A collective bewilderment swept along the hedgerow faces. We then returned to our places, and understandably scrutinised each of one's own individual cases. Violently inhaling, filching for breath, interrupted by spasms in his chest, my uncle filed off to his death, servile, sullen, broken, his head nowhere but down, would have been silent but for the wails of his falling crown. Immoral, unashamedly opulent, but veracity poor. UncleSocial had enough, but was always wanting for more. So thank fuck, praise God, I would have took my own life if it had been brought up by that swat, and not by his wife.